Hey, I'm Joshua Briscoe, and this is Under the Helmet, presented by Premier Volvo of Overland Park and Zero Reds.
Here in our final edition of Under the Helmet, we're going to talk about a player who we discussed a ton after the draft and who saw his role potentially change for this year quite a bit over the course of the preseason. We're talking about Wanya Morris, the Chiefs' third-round draft pick this year, offensive tackle out of Oklahoma, spent some time in Tennessee before he transferred to OU, but the Chiefs made that pick at a position of need. At that time, we really weren't sure what the Chiefs' offensive line was going to look like. Juwan Taylor was clearly projected to be one of the Chiefs starters, but Donovan Smith, who's now going to be the starting left tackle, wasn't even on the roster at the time. So they bring him in. Now he's the starting left tackle, Juwan Taylor on the right side, but the Chiefs also kept a lot of tackles on the depth chart. Now, keeping all of these linemen during roster cutdowns, Lucas Niang out of TCU, a third-round pick a few years back, he's still on the roster, as is Prince Tega Wanogo, who the Chiefs have developed over the past couple of seasons. And both of those guys right now look like they might be above Wanya on the depth chart. So against the Lions, if there's a tackle injury, I would actually expect to see Wanogo first, Niang second, and Morris as a potential healthy scratch in week 1. That says nothing bad about his long-term plans, though. He's going to be a real part of this Chiefs offensive line in the future. I still think they'd like to see him be a starter at some point. One preseason where his stock went up and down a little bit doesn't change anything for his long-term future with the Chiefs, which is still going to be really, really important. Just maybe not on Thursday night.
Under the Helmet is presented by Premier Volvo Cars of Overland Park, the only Volvo dealership in Kansas City with the largest inventory of new 2023 Volvos in the Midwest. Premier Volvo Cars of Overland Park or at PremierVolvoCarsOverlandPark.com.